Hello, you're welcome back to Project Management, the Mystified. So exciting times. Let's continue on this. Will I call it regulatory project manager? Will I call it business analyst? Will I call it accountant, lawyer, controls professional? Just this role. BA projects. Again, just to show you that don't let job titles discourage you. Go into the details of the job description, and don't, even at that, don't let that discourage you, because a lot of the times things in job descriptions discourage us for jobs that we would do really, really, really well on. We shouldn't leave. We shouldn't just leave the whole responsibility to the crafters or the drafters of the job description. They might not be doing the best job to draft the job description. So yeah, go for it. So let's continue. So in the last episode we kind of covered the basics, that the job has so many different names. We went through some of the specifics of what they're looking for, which is a lot. So they want someone with financial. Like, I will not go through all that again, but it's just interesting to bring these things out, so that you know that you don't necessarily have to know all these things, because when we go further down into the detail, you'll see they started kind of narrowing things down a little bit. And sometimes some people might not get into this level of detail, and they just look at the job description, they just get confused and give up. Okay, so where are we? So they're looking for, so it says what you'll do. So this is the specifics. You'll be supporting the company's finance projects, which is, it makes sense. You'll be responsible for business analysis within an agile environment. In some organizations, you would have a project manager, you would have a business analyst, you will have agile professionals, maybe a scrum master, an agile coach, an enterprise, something, be a release train engineer. So it seems like they have brought in 3 or 4 roles together. Then you would have the professionals, the subject matter experts on this project. So a regulatory subject. So someone might have worked on Brexit in their past organization, or they've worked on GDPR. And so maybe a business analyst have mapped processes to specific regulations that could come in handy on this one. So, or ICB, Independent Commission on Banking. So people might have worked on those projects, and they should be able to leverage those experiences, or any regulatory projects at all. Then you could be a legal practitioner. You could be a controls professional, working on controls in your organization. Then that's another good spot. Then you could just be a generalist project management professionals, business analyst or project manager, because at this rate, this doesn't really specify whether they're looking for a project manager or a business analyst at this point. So yeah, it's an interesting opportunity. You take part in agile ceremonies as what? As a business analyst or as a project manager. So anyone going into this job should be very open-minded. I'm seeing exciting learning opportunities. If you can work with it in this organization on this kind of projects, the knowledge and experience that you will get, it will be next to none, because it means that you now have project manager hats in your toolkit, in your learning bag. You have business analysis, you have regulatory, you have agile in your toolkit. So you have that. You have that in your kind of arsenal. If we then go further, business analysis in support of the capital financial regulatory reporting project. stream in an agile environment. So business analyst, they're becoming specific now. So it's looking more like a business analyst role. But they've touched on project manager, they've touched on agile professional, they've touched on so many different regulatory kind of roles. So a business analysis. This is becoming clearer. So as I mentioned earlier, so if you worked on project where you've mapped regulations, if you work on any project as a business analyst, regulatory projects as a business analyst are more about mapping specific lines of regulations to requirements and then being able to tie that back into systems. So technology systems should be able to meet regulations through their requirements. So say for instance, GDPR says you should keep records for 6 years. You should build in 6 years retention period into the systems that you're building so that in 6 years the system can automatically maybe delete or churn or do what it needs to do to meet those regulatory requirements. So that's what the business analysts will be kind of supporting with. And in an agile environment, may not be meeting all the other requirements as they go. You're breaking things down and letting, if you have a scrum master, I'm not sure. If you have a scrum master, it can help you in that agile space, or an agile coach, or maybe an agile project manager. Someone has to be, I don't know. Okay, maybe I'll leave this. I'll leave it here, and then I'll see you on the other side. I hope that this has been helpful. You can apply these to any role that you're trying to apply for. Just going line by line and understanding what the ask is. All right, then. Have a great day. Cheers. Bye bye.